it doesn't mean that you're gonna get. The nuisance creators went from harassing Somali Americans to harassing Jews. Wait, what? All the Zionists who spent a week shrieking about Somali daycares instantly become the wokest of woke schools when the focus switches to a certain other identity group. Wait, what? What is this? Oh!
The 44,000 Hasidic Jews in upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish, have an average of 7 kids per family, rely heavily on state assistance and welfare programs.
Oh my God, he's doing it. Oh my God. I fear I have spoken this into existence. I remember when I said, imagine if they did this for Jewish people in the same way. And then Tyler Hitler Vera heard me and said, bet. Ain't no fucking way, dude. Ain't no fucking way, dude. What? This guy loved it when Somali Americans were the target. Look, Democrats will tell you this is unlawful. Immigrants should be allowed to conduct fraud. What's he saying now? Peter B. Orthodox Jews voted for Trump and aren't as shady as you presume. They do use the system, but they don't conduct fraud. There's a difference. Also, they are secretive. They work. They just don't want to tell you. They don't trust you. Oh! 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 Oh, I didn't. Oh my God. I didn't realize it was like that. You clearly have JDT, Jewish derangement theory. Is that what it is? What's JDT? Atriarch hasn't even watched it, but already called it great reporting. Yeah, you bet your fucking ass Atriarch is not watching this and going, this is fantastic reporting, okay? Oh! 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 I speak for the non-Jewish community when I say you are bigoted trash. Their work is to study and to pray. To go into a synagogue and invade their privacy is such a weird thing to do. They weren't doing anything and no one was lying about anything. That's just the culture. 99% of them don't have phones or even watch TV, so you approaching them is scary considering they just get attacked sometimes for just existing. I don't know. This video felt off and you exposed zero and came in with zero facts. For the record, there have been extensive investigations conducted into fraud and also a mismanagement of funds going into the Orthodox community, specifically in New York, except that was done by the fucking New York Times, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to assume that Tyler Oliveira did none of that shit, okay? Specifically about educational funds. So, I'm going to go ahead and assume, without even watching the video, that Tyler Hitler Vera probably didn't rely on already existing information. I don't know, this video felt off. At least to do with the Somali and Rand learning centers actually exposed something, but you were just being disrespectful. What? L Media, L Facts, L Takeaway. Felt annoyed watching this dumb propaganda. Will Elon Musk boost this? Oh my God, it has 88,000. It has 7.7 million views. Oh my God. Another one in that screenshot. Shameful. Federal prosecutors say a Somali-owned restaurant in Minneapolis pocketed roughly $12 million child nutrition aid after filing reports that it served meals up to 6,000 kids a day. FBI found that on most days, fewer than 40 people actually showed up. Okay, at least this person is like literally talking about a real news story about a fucking real instance of fraud, okay? I mean, I'm sure she said some heinous shit. It says she's a Zionist conservative on her fucking Twitter description, but this isn't like, you know, this is one of those instances where like, this is one of the few people that was actually... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Disclaimer. I love life and it would be suspicious if I slipped on ice and accidentally shot myself in the face with my Glock. Watch the full documentary here. Elon's going to boost the video and your ADL nemesis is going to defend it.
Curious Joel, a village of 44,000 Hasidic Jews in upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish, have an average of 7 kids per family, rely heavily on state assistance and welfare programs like Medicare, SNAP, housing assistance, and tax credits from their many kids. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 7?
You want to know? You want to know something crazy? This is gonna do numbers in the ummah, okay? It will, and I know it will. Just like whenever, just like when Andrew Tate said he was gonna fucking revert to Islam, okay? And all the motherfuckers that go, all the unks that share this in the WhatsApp groups to be like, oh, you see this? You see this? Okay? They are not even gonna recognize the irony that this dude will do the same to them, okay?
17, 18 kids.
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Wow. How do people afford to have like 10 kids out here?
The community is based on this. So
Is it wealthy members of the community give charity?
yes, mostly.
I don't talk to suspicious person.
How am I suspicious? Do you study Torah?
You work for Hamas?
What do you do for work?
Nothing.
How do you make money?
A wife.
Your wife?
I'm doing home care.
Brokerage, construction.
Are most people on Medicaid, SNAP, EBT?
I don't know. I can't speak for other people.
What about you?
I'm not going to tell about myself.
The one thing I am curious about though is the welfare use. Are you on welfare?
No. The Jewish people, just from Kiryas Joel, their taxes covers everything that we take back. They pay a lot of property tax.
Do you know anyone on welfare here?
I won't comment on that question.
Come on.
No.
Why not?
No.
What do you guys do for work here? You guys have like businesses, work a job, study Torah.
I have a job.
What do you do?
I'm in sales.
What do you sell?
Food.
Okay.
He ran into anti-Israel Jews in the video. Yeah, there's the Orthodox community is either super pro-Israel or super anti-Israel. No liberal Zionism allowed. You're either the most rabid anti-Zionist or the most rabid Zionist you've ever seen. Nothing in between.
What food do you sell?
Chocolates.
What? I feel like I'm getting bamboozled right here. Excuse me. Do you guys take EBT? We do. What percentage of people would you say use EBT for their groceries here?
100%.
100%? What percentage would you say?
35%.
A little bit difficult to conclude what to take away from that. Let's pop in here and say shalom. Synagogue? Okay. Lots of people praying. I'm not sure the schedule exactly, but 9 o'clock sharp, they're not at work. Question for you. What do most men do for work here? Can you give me some ideas?
Oh.
I'm just asking Hasidic Jews out here. I know what do you mean? Do people here survive off of welfare?
There is a percent, like all of the communities. You have 8 kids. You can also get benefits.
It's 2:59. Why aren't people at work?
These are all teenagers.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You gotta wonder what these people do for employment. So if you want to talk about Sharia law and people living in a theocratic ethnic enclave, look no further. Curious Joel is an example of only Jews living here, and a lot of them are tapping into welfare benefits.
They're doing it. They're pulling the fucking, dude, I swear to God, they're doing it. Jews are losing white status every day. Every day there's a new attempt to revoke Jews of white status. Where's the ADL? Oh no, the ADL will definitely say something about this. Are you fucking kidding me? There's 100%. Ben Shapiro is going to be so mad until he sees the anti-Israel Jews. Yeah. He compared this to the all-white community. How is this allowed, but not white-only communities? No kidding. Hasn't Tyler Oliveira called you an anti-Semite multiple times? Has he? Probably. Yeah, these guys, they can say whatever the fuck they want. They're right-wing. You know what I mean? We trust Tyler Oliveira's reporting was simply misguided. I mean, this, for the record, this is like a common thing in every fundy community. I mean, it's like Mormons have it. The Orthodox community has a similar thing. Like there are definitely, different fundy Christian communities that do the same shit too. Somalis are committing mass fraud. Source: some guy said so on Twitter, and I believed it with no evidence. But Orthodox Jews are not committing mass fraud, even though some guy said so on Twitter with no evidence. Yeah, that's a really interesting position. That's a really interesting position for people to maintain here. Because just as I've said, there is evidence to fraud that took place in Minneapolis. Okay, there is also evidence that fraud is taking place here as well. It's just none of these guys are actually covering it. They're just going up to random Jews. Before they went up to random Somalis, and now they're going up to random Jews and being like, "What's up? What's up? Tell me everything. Tell me everything that's going on." Is this really a cool place to be at? Is this what we're doing? But like I said, this stuff has been reported on before in the New York Times. Obviously, it hasn't been investigated as thoroughly as like the Minneapolis fraud. And you know Donald Trump is not going to be like, the Jews, they're parasitic, they're doing fraud. They're creating ethnic enclaves and doing fraud on our neighborhoods in the same way that he was sauced up to fucking say all Somalis need to be purged from the American boundary. You know? Oh, this is the anti-Zionist Jews?
He's very proud.
Okay, shout out God.
Yes.
Okay.
One thing, we are very against the state of Israel. It's a very big problem for us.
So you guys don't approve of a state of Israel before the Messiah comes, right?
Yes. Zionism is not Jewish.
This guy, dude, Tyler Oliveira is exactly the type of dude that suspiciously knows too much. Okay? like he is, because he doesn't know a lot about a lot. Okay? So when he knows this specific delineation, you're like, damn, bro, how do you fucking know that? Okay? You're not exactly that smart of a guy. You're not very well read. How do you know that? How do you know the different sects between in the Orthodox communities? You're doing the Dokes meme? What's that?
Judaism. It's a very other thing.
Question for you, sir. What do you do for work out here? Are you on the phone? Or are you listening to the radio? Okay. Damn, it's tough to get some answers out of folks. What do you do for work?
You want the fur hat? I do. I think Orthodox Jews are dripped out the wazoo. Fun fact that many people don't know, and this surprises so many people, including Jews, whenever I bring this up. Orthodox Judaism, contrary to what it looks like and what you might think, is actually a much newer, updated version of Judaism. Like the OG Judaism was around for much longer than Orthodox Jews were. Orthodox Jews are actually an updated patch notes version of Judaism. And that is the reason why they wear such heavy garb, specifically because it was invented in, I think, like around Ukraine and Eastern Europe. And when you think about like the garb that they wear, you'd be like, this doesn't make any sense. Because like, you know, Jews were in and around the MENA region for quite a while. How would this garb make sense in that regard? It doesn't. It's because it was invented in, like 100 or so years ago in Eastern Europe. Don't get sucked in, please. Okay, buddy. I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to do okay, buddy. You're wrong or using the term wrong. You're speaking of ultra-Orthodox Jews, not Orthodox, which is the oldest form. You're saying it was a DLC made by different devs? It's just a different interpretation. He is doing like the same shit that Nick Shitley did to the Somalis, by the way, like straight up. Like this is equal opportunity racism. If we're keeping it a $1.50, this is straight up equal opportunity racism through and through, which is why I ironically brought up that position. And it turns out someone heard it. I put that out in the ether and someone said, bet.